Chandra Jaya Gaura
Jaya Vaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Vaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Vaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Somebody's elbow's going to hit this drum and go crack, I get so scared. God, put this one on. It's the easiest way. You get used to it. This thing is big, it's a little bit broken. It's a big deal, you get used to it. And it's a lovely way of securing the investment. And plus it gives some service for somebody to throw, which is pretty good. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Stambhasveda Asrukampa Pulaka Vivarnya Duhora Mukete Sune Gadagada Krishna Varna. When they embraced each other, ecstatic symptoms, paralysis, perspiration, tears, shivering, paleness, and standing up of the bodily hairs appeared. The word Krishna came from their mouths falteringly. Wow. This is what happens when Guranga met his Parshada. Dekiya Brahmana Ganera Hoila Chamatkar Vedika Brahmana Sabha Korina Bichar. When the stereotyped ritualistic Brahmins who were following the Vedic principles saw this ecstatic manifestation of love, they were struck with wonder. All these Brahmins began to reflect as follows. 26. Eta Sanyasera Teja Ateki Brahmasam Ashudraya Linga Kene Karina Krandan. The Brahmins thought, we can see that this sannyasi has a luster like the effulgence of Brahman. But how is it he's crying upon embracing a Shudra, a member of the fourth caste in the social order? 27. E Maharaja Mahapandita Gambhir Sanyasir Sparshe Mata Huilayastir. They thought, this Ramananda Rai is the governor of Madras, a highly learned and great person, a Mahapandit, but upon touching the sannyasi he's become restless like a madman. 27. 28. E mata vipragana bhave maneman vijatiya lokadeki prabhu kaila samvaran. While the Brahmins were thinking in this way about the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw those outsiders and restrained his transcendental emotions. Purport. Ramananda Rai was intimately related with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, he can be accepted as a sajatiya, a person within the intimate circle of the Lord. The Brahmins, however, or followers of the Vedic rituals, were not able to have an intimate connection with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Consequently, they're called Vijatiya Lok. In other words, they were not pure devotees. One may be a highly learned Brahmin, but if he's not a pure devotee, he is a Vijatiya, an outcast. One outside devotional service. In other words, a non-devotee. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai were embracing in ecstasy, the Lord restrained his transcendental emotions upon saying the outsider Brahmins. End of the purport. Vrindavane Ramanareti Prasiddha Bhumo Tatarapi Krishna Balarama Supada Mule Jnanam Param Paramaya Krishna Sukarma Chittam Dandastadeva Prabhupada Namo Namaste. Samasara Dukkha Jalado Paditasya Kama Krodadina Kramakaroi Kapali Kritasya Durvashana Nikaditasya Nirashrayasya Chaitanya Chandra Mamadehi Padavalambam Jaladara Shashivarno Gopavesha Kishoro Sahachara Ganavrindai Kridamana Brajesho Nantabhara Titavesho Nilapitam Varadyo Jagadachanana Hito Rama Krishna Nato Asmi Manjakalpatarubhyas Chakripa Sindhudevacha Paridana Bhaganebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This reminds me of the instruction Prabhupada gave in his Upadeshamrita Sloka 1 in the commentary, quoting from Jagadananda Pandit's Prem Vivarta. Vairagi Bhai, Gramikatha, Na Shunibe Kani. My dear renunciate brother, you should not hear external topics. Village topics. Gramya Varta, when people of the village come, not kahibe, jabe milibiyani, you should not talk about village topics with village people when you meet them. Swapnayona karipai, stri samvasane. Do not dream, O brother, about association with women. Kriye stri charyavai asya chivan. You should give up the association of women householders, but instead of that, go to the forest. Yadichaha pranaya rakite gaurangera sani. If you would all desire that your life force should associate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Nitya Leela Sankirtan pastimes, Chota Haridasa Katha Takke Jaina Muni, you should remember the topics of Junior Haridas and how he was rejected by the Lord. Bhalo na kaibe, aro bhalo na poribe. You should forswear and not eat luxurious foodstuffs or dress luxuriously. Hridayete Radha Krishna Sarvatus Savive. Within your heart, you should worship the divine couple, Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. So, Yari Chahai Pranaya Rakete Gaurangira Sani, Chota Haridasa Kata Takke Jaina Mani. If you would all desire to achieve the association of the Supreme Lord Gauranga's Sankirtan pastimes, in his Nitya Leela, you should always remember the topics of Junior Haridas and how he was chastised by the Lord. So, Ramananda Rai is Vishaka Devi herself in Gauranga Leela and was very intimately associated with Gauranga. Later on, because of this meeting, Ramananda Rai gave up his requested Raja Prataparudra if they could relieve him from the governorship of Madras province on behalf of the king and allow him to retire and be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Prataparudra Raja heard that for the purpose of retiring to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's intimate association, which the king himself coveted, he readily gave his permission, and he gave a big stipend as retirement pension to Ramananda Rai, so he had no problems at all in his life. The topics of Ramananda Samvad, the conversation with Ramananda Rai about the goal of human life, is the topic of a booklet. My godmother B.G. Narasimha Maharaj discovered that manuscript lying in some trunks of Srila Prabhupada's room in Radha Damodar shortly after Prabhupada's departure. So, not knowing what to do with the manuscript, he published it in a little book. And it must undoubtedly be out of print. But for those who like the topics of this chapter, delving deeply into the matter of Ramananda Samvad is good. It's about the ultimate goal of life, basically, and how to achieve it. It's quite a wonderful book, little booklet. It's not a BBT publication, but it is Prabhupada's work. And it was in a manuscript form, so it was good that he published it. It was very nice. So, when Lord Gauranga would meet his associates, he would not restrain his emotions because his associates were part of his life. And he declared that these associates of his could sell him in the market for whatever they wanted. They could give Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to anyone they liked, at whatever price they liked. Mahaprabhu was just like a toy in the hands of his intimate associates. They were many. Most of them were householders. Mukunda, Sanjay, Govinda Das Thakur, and his brother. Govinda Das Kaviraj and his brother were both Kavis and great singers. And a lot of Gauranga's associates were residing in Navadvip Dham, in the outskirts, and were householders. but they were highly absorbed. And many of them, like Vasudeva Datta, was so absorbed in love of Godhead that he was hardly externally aware. So much so that Gauranga instructed his associate Shivananda, saying that you please watch over his family expenditures in his lifestyle, because he's so hardly externally aware that he'll probably give everything away he's got away to people, unless somebody manages it for him on his behalf. So that was the situation. Of course, Gauranga himself tasted this mood the last 6 years of his existence in Jagannath Puri. Gauranga completely shut himself up and completely, feigned under the plea of disease, epilepsy or something like that. He completely shunned the world. And he told the residents of Bengal, Nityananda Prabhu and other devotees from Bengal that were coming to see him every year at the Rath Yatra festival, that you don't have to come. You don't have to come. Because it's a big trip. It took them, at least 10 days walking straight through the forest to go from Bengal to Puri. And then they would stay a month with Gauranga during Rath Yatra. And Gauranga would tell him that you don't need to come. You don't need to take that much trouble to come if you want. But many of them did anyway. But when they came anyway, the next years, they noticed that Gauranga was hardly externally aware. And Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, and other devotees hardly had any access to him. Because